I'm here with four-time world champion, five-time All-Star, four-time Gold Glove winner, and Latin Grammy-nominated musician, Bernie Williams. That's quite a title, Bernie.
Yeah, I'll take the Latin Grammy nominated now.
Yes, you have to. That's throw it in. Just want to start. You retired 5 years ago. So what do you miss most about the game?
The thing that I do miss most about the game is the competition. I had a great time. I had great teammates. I had an opportunity to be in a lot of great teams and do all that stuff. But I think for me it was just about the competition. Those 3.5, 4 hours that I spent between the lines, and to me that was where I got my most thrill.
Right. And you have 22 home runs in the postseason, 83 RBIs, and then 80 runs combined in both the playoffs and the World Series. So with all that amped up pressure of the postseason, how'd you do it?
I think it took a lot of preparation. I think it was that was the key for me, preparation. We had spent so much time doing all the things in spring training, just preparing your body, your mind, and your mental game and everything. So I think it took for me a while to learn how to trust that preparation and take it into the playoffs and where really things really counted. And I think once I started making that step, things started getting. It's not that they get easier, but you can manage them more, and then you trust what you have worked on for basically your whole life, and you are able to apply it, and hopefully it'll come out. We'll have a good result. But for me, preparation was the key for everything.
Right. And you started in 1991 under Stump Merrill when he was a manager, and you finished under Joe Torre in 2006. So you were part of this revitalization of the organization of the dark days in 91 and 92. What do you remember most about that?
Well, remember the dark days, as they call it. I was in the minor leagues, and I remember the teams back then had a lot of veteran players, and I think at some point the organization took this sort of step of kind of rebuild within the organization, and remember bringing guys up like Hensley Mullins and Stankiewicz and Jim Lehretz, and they sort of paved the way to guys like me and Mariano and Derek and Andy and Jorge that came in afterwards. I remember struggling a lot in my early years as a Yankee, and I think I think it actually did well for me because it gave me an opportunity to struggle and to overcome my struggles, and I think nowadays people that come in to the team they can't afford to struggle. I think the expectations on the team these days for the last 10, 15 years have been so great that for young players is a lot more difficult to break in and to stay in with the team. I think I had a really good opportunity and a really good chance to I guess sort of ease my way into the team, and we had a lot of great opportunities to build a great core of players and I do give the Yankee organization a lot of credit because they were able to keep them for a long period of time, and really built a great dynasty for those years.
Right. And what do you think made Joe Torre so special? Because I'm sure he was influential in helping you with that.
Well, I think he was definitely influential. I think his style of managerial style was key. I think he had a great combination of veterans and young players and people like right in the middle of their careers, and he was able to sort of blend and get the best out of every player. I think he was the best about handling the media and just deviating all that attention from the players and basically put it on himself. And that I think it really cleared a lot of players' minds, and once they knew that they only had to play hard, be on time, and play 100% for him, he was going to defend them through thick and thin, and I think it really gave the players that confidence and that respect for Joe Torre, and we really played very hard for him.
Right. You mentioned before Mariano, and I think it's a question that's on every Yankee fan's mind now. Do you think he's going to make it back next season?
I have no doubt in my mind, that he's going to make it.
That's what they want to
hear. He's definitely a fighter, and I've known him for a long time, and I think he was debating whether or not he was going to come back next year. But I think he has maybe come into a place of his career that he was kind of like I have nothing to prove. This is kind of like maybe I should venture in doing something else with my life and maybe my family. But I think this injury sort of was, I think it's kind of a weird way of saying it, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise, because it just gave him a great source of motivation to work hard and come back and perhaps have the greatest year of his career maybe when he comes back.
Right, and then quickly, just want to wrap up with your music. You have another third album you're going to put out? Last one was in 2009.
Yeah, I'm in the process of kind of putting some music together and recording, and hopefully, within the year and a half, hopefully have a product out. I've been working a lot, very hard, to try to get my musical skills, up to, to where my baseball skills were.
Right.
And I find out that it's, obviously in any kind of business, any kind of thing that you want to do 100%, and there's no shortcuts. You still got to put the work in, and I do have a lot of appreciation for the people that do it on a daily basis, and they have spent their whole lives, being musicians. There's no easy job, man.
Right.
And I'm kind of paying my dues, like going through this kind of minor league process. But it's cool because I have an opportunity to do something completely different right on the kind of like around the midpoint of my life, now, and it's been very rewarding, very challenging, and just having a great time.
Right, well, the music's terrific, and Bernie does play live shows. He'll be playing July 14th at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. And we thank you, Bernie. Thank you very much for doing this. Thank you.